Hi, this is my evidence one. My name is Diego, and the topic is this is my hobby. The hobby I has chosen is video games because it's free topic and I like video games. So in this presentation, I will put top three of my favorite video games. So let's begin with the top. Well, first of all, I need to explain why I chose this hobby or why it's my hobby. And video games have been part of my life, and since I can remember, I play video games since I can remember. So they always help me to relax or have fun or even make friends. So I have a special affection for this topic. And what we'll see in the presentation, as I said, a little introduction of three of my favorite games and why I like these games. So let's begin. Well, the first game I want to talk is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker it's a game set on a group of islands in the vast sea of Hyrule. The plot of this game is the player controls the protagonist as he attempts to save his sister, but in a series of events, the protagonist becomes embroiled in a fight for the Triforce. So yeah, this is the main plot, but in the game you can also explore the vast sea of Hyrule, and in this sea you can find treasures, find items, find dungeons, or continue to the main history. This game of the saga Zelda, it's one of my favorites because it's like an open world. And yeah, if you didn't play this game, I highly recommend to play it. So let's continue. And why it's one of my favorites? Well, as I said, the open world it's something that I like a lot, but there is a second reason, and it's probably my favorite game because it's the first game I played. It's a game that introduced me to the world of the video games, but also this game had a great soundtrack, have a great dungeons, have um, a good mechanics or well development characters. So as I said, this game is highly recommended to if you want to if you want to start playing video games. This game is it's one of the tops of the saga Zelda. So let's continue with the next with the next game. Well, Undertale. What I can say about Undertale, it's one of the most popular indie games. I think it's one of the best indie games of the decade. Um, I mean, if you don't know what is Undertale, it's because you have an internet. Literally, Undertale became very popular since 2015. Yeah, 2015 is the date when the video game has released. So it's very popular because it's a great game. If you didn't know, if you didn't know what is Undertale, Undertale is a 2D indie RPG video game created by Toby Fox. As I said, is was released in 2015. Yeah. And Undertale, the plot of Undertale is the player controls a child who has fallen in the underground. Uh, and after that, the game lets the player choose how they want to play. You can be a pacifist player or a genocide player. And this is the main. This is the magic of the game. You can choose how want to play, how you want to play. Depending on what you chose, it's the type of ending you will unlock. So yeah, there are many endings, and you can try. Um, you can try very. You can try a lot of routes. So well, why is one of my favorites? It's one of my favorites because this game have incredible soundtrack, like a masterpiece. If you haven't listened to the soundtrack of Undertale, I highly recommend to do it now. It's very relaxing soundtrack, but also it's a very epic soundtrack. So yeah, check it out. And well, this game also it's funny combat mechanics, a great comedy, and also well, the main point of this game, and this is why it's very successful game, it's the characters of the game. Undertale, I think, it's the best development of characters of all industry of the video games. Uh, so, if you didn't play Undertale, I recommend to do it. It's a beautiful experience, and you won't regret if you play Undertale. So well, let's continue with the last one of the video games in this topic. Well, the last one, but not, but doesn't mean it's a bad game. No, it's quite opposite. It's Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, in my opinion, is the best indie game has been released in the decade. The best. Hollow Knight is an indie game with the genre of Metroidvania. What is Metroidvania? Well, Metroidvania it's a genre like an open world, but in 2D, and it's not exactly an open world. You need skills, you need items, you need maps to explore all the scenarios in the map, because if you didn't have the skills or the items, you can't explore all the zones on the map. It's like a false open world. So yeah, this is basically what is a Metroidvania. In this game, you must explore the deeps of Hallownest to find out how to beat the Radiance. The Radiance is the final boss of the game, and you will need to explore the great map or the big map or Hollow Knight to get the skills and the abilities and the items to beat the different boss. Well, why it's one of my favorites? It's very simple. In my opinion, it's, as I said, is the best indie game of the decade. Hollow Knight has a good soundtrack, incredible mechanics, beautiful scenarios, and many interesting characters. If I need to how to say it, if I need to put in first place all any topic of this, I put the scenarios. Hollow Knight had beautiful scenarios. Yeah, I know it's a 2D game, but this doesn't mean the art can be very beautiful. So well, another point of this game is the history or the lore of this game. This game has, how to say it, is one of the best indie game. Is the lore of this sorry the lore of this game is one of the best of this industry, and I believe that that the success of this game it's is based on this point. The history of Hollow Knight is very beautiful, and yeah, if you didn't play Hollow Knight, yeah, I don't know what you are waiting for. It's a beautiful game, and if you want to start playing video games with this game, as I said, I don't know what you're waiting for. And this game gonna be And this game, how to say it? Nintendo has prepared to release a sequel of this game. So if you want to play it, I recommend to play it now. So yeah, you play Hollow Knight and you can play Silksong when it's released. To conclude this topic, I want to sorry, I put out my headphones. To conclude the topic, I want to make a retrospective or think about what video games are playing in the last year or in the last month. So let's begin with the conclusion. Like I said, I have been playing video games since I can remember, and my actual life with video games it's very relaxed. The last years I have only played games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, or Deltarune, as you can see in the image. Uh, and these games are used to relax for a while, play with your friends, or enjoy the music, or the mechanics, or the lore of the game. I remember I once became addicted to competitive games, but this how to say it, but as the time goes by, these types of games bore me. So yeah, I put these games aside and I start playing video games like this, like Deltarune, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, um, Hollow Knight, Undertale, and I won't regret. I mean, the competitive games are fine, but I had more fun with games like Hollow Knight, Undertale, Zelda, Animal Crossing. If you ask me why, I think I I don't like to play to be the best. I like to play to have fun, to relax, and I think the video games are made for that, for relax and have fun, not for to be the best. So with this, I conclude the presentation. I hope you like it. I hope you have a great week. My name is Diego, and this is my top three of video games and my life with the video games. Thank you for listening me. Listen to me. Goodbye.